aeroplane. But Airbus are a very, very professional company. And, we would not be buying planes from Airbus if we didn't feel that we could trust them to deliver.
Airbus are now facing an almighty challenge if they are to keep the promises they've made.
We've done it before. We've been there. We know how to deliver. And we will this time as well.
It might sound easy, but in reality, it's anything but. To build giant planes, first you need giant buildings. And since 2001, vast new factories have been springing up all over Europe. The UK wing factory took 2 years to build. The foundations go down 105 feet to support the massive assembly machinery. But Britain contains only part of the operation. 500 miles to the east in Germany, just outside Hamburg, another massive facility has been built on land reclaimed from the nearby River Elbe. This is where some of the huge fuselage sections will be assembled, stitched together from parts made all over the world. There are also factories near Paris, 2 in western France, and also in south and central Spain. All are gearing up for the new giant. It's a truly global effort, with tens of thousands of people involved.
It's big, it's really big. You name it and the people are working on it. So at the end of the day, it's almost impossible to count the number of people working on this project.
But the new factory in Toulouse is the daddy of them all. The final assembly line is where the various components of the plane will be joined together to create the finished aircraft. Work began in 2001 on a complex that would cost £240 million alone. There's enough steel here to build the Eiffel Tower 4 times over. The factory is split into bays, the roofs hoisted into place, complete with lighting and fire control systems already installed. 1/3 of a mile long and 270 yards wide, it covers 24 acres, big enough to hold 8 planes at once. Ultimately, it will produce 1 new A380 every single week of the year, an exciting, perhaps daunting prospect for the man who has to sell them.
Everything's scaled up. If the airplane's big, the tools must be big. The building must be big. And just think, you look around here, you're looking at a construction site now, you look at those massive cranes up there that can move big fuselage sections around, but in a few months, when we're back here, you'll see an airplane coming together.
The reasoning behind all this is simple. Historically, the demand for air travel doubles every 15 years. With increasingly busy airports and the skies becoming ever more crowded, in the future the world will need bigger planes on every route to prevent an aviation gridlock. The biggest airliner currently in service is the hugely successful but aging Boeing 747. The basic design is over 30 years old. Airbus are investing billions so they can offer a more modern, efficient design. And they have to hope that the market continues to expand. So far, many of the world's leading airlines agree.
What we have to do now, after the orders have been taken, the contract's done, the money's been put down, we have to make sure that we deliver on what we promise. And that means we have to have not just world-class engineering, but world-class manufacturing as well.
Back in Britain, that manufacturing process is well underway. It's now a critical stage in removing the wing from its frame. Alan Ferguson is in charge of attaching 2 cranes to the solid titanium lifting points on the 30-ton wing.
We're making sure we get the crane correctly aligned with the lifting attachment, so as when we make the initial lift, we don't get any sway on the wing. So it's critical, yeah.
That's got to be
With both cranes properly aligned, the lift itself can now go ahead. The operation has been rehearsed many times, but only in a computer. Within half an hour, they will find out if their simulations have been correct. A multi-million-pound wing depends on it.
Mistakes at this stage can cause a lot of damage, and because of the sheer size and weight of everything, we need to make sure we've got everything covered safety-wise.
The next step is to free the fuselage end of the wing, using compressed air to retract the huge steel clamp that holds it in place.